Hey guys, welcome back to Lions Den Investments and Reviews. In today's episode, I'm going to be covering an article here that caught my attention. Just came out here on November 12th, which would have been yesterday, and it's from Jerome Powell, and he's talking about the economy as we know it might be over, or as we knew it might be over. So he's talking about things before the pandemic took place and where we're at now, and basically just saying that the economy that you knew before this all took place is probably going to be over here soon. And so just to summarize on what he's talking about here, he said the COVID-19 pandemic brought the economy to a screeching halt, of course, while it has started its long road to recovery. The economy we know the economy we knew is probably a thing of the past, says Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell Thursday. We're recovering, but to a different economy. Powell said during a virtual panel discussion at the European Central Bank's Forum on Central Banking. The pandemic has accelerated existing trends in the economy and society, including the increasing use of technology, telework, and automation, he said. And honestly, uh, he's right about that. It's accelerated the existing trends there. Um, it's funny how he mentions technology and telework. You might look into things like theta. Okay, I could see theta being a huge technological advance going into this new economy, and Jerome Powell here just kind of confirms that. So while technological advances are generally positive for societies over the long run, Powell said on a short-term basis they create disruption, and as the markets adjust to the new normal, the pain isn't shared evenly. Well, yeah, of course, because you got to think and he even goes in and talks about it in here, where you got lower income type people, who might carry jobs as waiters, waitresses, college kids with part-time jobs in those sectors, as well as like bars and restaurants. Um, that's all that's all changing drastically as we go through this, and even with a vaccine in place, it'll be interesting to see what they how well it works, I guess, on a global scale. And that's one concern that some of these manufacturers of the vaccines have, is just kind of watching it over a span of like 4 to 5 years to see, how well it works on the population. So this thing isn't over. It's not going away. The economy has changed. You got a lot of people working from home now through remote jobs. And one industry that I think is really stayed steady and just increased. Uh, it's increased. It's picked up. As far as the trend would be, online entrepreneurs. Okay, and this is something I've been basically preaching to the choir for at least a year and a half now about, and even before the pandemic took place, and I kept telling people, you need to pivot or have another foundation there for you, so you're not depending on just a 9 to 5 day job. And so that's why I'm so adamant about that on my channel here, is because even if you've got an economy that's not going to be like it was before, before all this took place, you're going to have to adapt to that. You're going to have to pivot into this new system, and the new system, I believe, is digital. And I've been covering that here for a few months now, just article after article talking about the different central bank digital currencies that are being created, and it all ties into everything that we're talking about here too. So I'll leave a link in the description for this article. I just wanted to briefly cover that, and you can read over it more in depth if you want. Let's flip over to the charts here real quick though, because I'm looking at some opportunities. I've actually kind of had a hot hand just recently, from like November 1st to about today, November 13th. Um, I'm 6 for 6 on trades so far. Haven't lost a trade for this month, but I'm looking for new opportunities because I'm liquid right now as far as my cash. So I'm looking for new opportunities to get into. Really, the one that's really catching my eye right now is OMG. So I'm going to go into it here and just kind of give you some technical analysis, and share with you where I think that's going. So on the daily chart right now, there's a downtrend. You can see I drew out the downtrend. Well, the thing I'm looking for is a break either up or down um, outside that trend, okay? And it looks like we broke up and over that downtrend right there. So we are starting, it looks like we're starting a new trend here upwards. But if I go to the 4 hour, the thing that really caught my eye, okay, if we were to make a upward channel, so if I just move this line right here, we'll just call it right there. You got an upward channel going here, okay? And the thing I'm looking at right now is you've got a leg, you got a first leg that formed right here, okay? And you could actually call this an Elliott wave impulse. So if I can find that real quick, we'll go ahead and label it. Here we go. You got A right here, then it comes down to B, and we got Elliott wave C going up right there. So what I want to do is watch that and see where we head. You know, if we get an impulse going up. Now the other thing that's kind of unique about this is you also kind of have a what they call a flagpole or a pennant that's forming. So if I draw this out right here, okay, that's a bullish indicator on charts. And a lot of times what you'll see is the price shoot higher, okay? We've got some resistance up here at $4.12. We may have a little bit down here closer to about 382. But I am watching this very closely because if we look at the MACD, there's the MACD crossover. I'm waiting for a crossover again, kind of like what we had back here, and then a move higher. Okay, if we go to the 3 hour, you're going to see the same thing. Okay, so we're getting squeezed in this flagpole pennant here, and I'm looking for the crossover confirmation, and then I'm going to need some volume, and from there I could ride this trade out from about like 360-ish all the way up to maybe 405. I would probably call it at about 380, 385, 390 as a target. But I just wanted to show you that. That's an opportunity I'm looking at right now. The crypto market's actually looking pretty good as far as altcoins are concerned. They're pumping a bit. And I checked Bitcoin this morning. Bitcoin looked like it was kind of, you know, it's struggling. It's in overbought territory. It's been there for quite a while now. So it looks like it's getting ready to turn over. And if it does, you got to watch Bitcoin, guys, because it dominates the market cap in crypto. And if that comes down, you're going to get a lot of the altcoins coming down with it. So I always check Bitcoin first, and then I go in and do my analysis. But that's all I have for today. We're going into the weekend. You know, I don't really know what's going to happen with the election process as far as like a call being made on that. I would just assume more or less, you know, it's going to be more of the same through the weekend. So, you know, stay tuned. I'll cover some more on this next week. And with that said, you guys have a great weekend, and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will talk to you guys later.